This is Photo AI. One person built it to replace expensive photo shoots, and it now generates about $105,000 every month. This is Flow. Two brothers built it to help women track their periods, and today it generates around $13 million in revenue every month. And this is Turbo AI. Two college dropouts built it to turn lectures into notes and quizzes, and now it makes an estimated $1.7 million a month. The crazy part is, none of these founders started with a huge team or some complicated idea. They found one painful problem, built a simple tool to solve it, and charged a subscription for the solution. Today, I'm going to show you how to do the exact same thing using only AI. We're going to find a profitable problem, build a fully workable SaaS web app with a customized dashboard, set up subscription payments, and publish it live, all without writing a single line of code. And to make sure your app actually succeeds, I'm also going to show you the marketing strategy to get your first users and turn them into paying subscribers. So let's start with step 1, finding the right problem to solve. Before I build anything, I use a simple 3-part test. I call it the FIT method. F stands for frequent. The problem must happen repeatedly. I stands for intense. It must waste serious time, cost money, or create enough frustration that people actively want it solved. And T stands for targeted. There must be a specific audience that I know how to reach. If a SaaS idea doesn't FIT, I don't build it. The fastest way to get started is with the prompt I created. It finds 10 profitable SaaS problems and ranks them based on demand, competition, pricing, and how realistic they are for one person to build. I've added the exact prompt to the description, along with every other prompt I'll use today. Copy it, open Claude.ai, paste it in, and hit enter. After a few seconds, Claude gives us 10 SaaS ideas ranked from strongest to weakest. One idea caught my attention: a personal CRM for personal trainers. The AI noticed that trainers manage their clients across too many different apps, but it focused only on the trainers. From my experience at the gym, I noticed their members also struggle with scattered workouts, bookings, payments, and progress. So I improved the idea. Instead of another basic CRM, I'm building one connected platform where trainers manage their entire business, while members connect with their coach and manage everything in one place. Now, let's check if it passes the FIT test. The problem is frequent and intense. Trainers constantly switch between WhatsApp for messages, Google Sheets for progress, calendars for bookings, and separate payment apps. It's a messy daily workflow that wastes time and causes mistakes. It's also targeted. There are around 370,000 fitness trainers and instructors in the United States, and we know where to reach them. Trainers will manage their entire business from one dashboard. Members will connect with their coach, access workouts, book sessions, track progress, and make payments. Now that we know what we're building, it's time to actually build it. And I'll be honest, this app sounds massive. User accounts, a database, payment processing, a client portal. A few years ago, that's a dev team, months of work, and tens of thousands of dollars before you write a single line of code. That's not the world we're in anymore. I'm using my favorite tool for this, Enter Pro. It's an AI web app builder. You just explain what you want, and it turns your idea into a real application. What makes it even more powerful is that it combines some of today's most advanced AI models, including Claude 4.8 Opus, the latest Kimi K3, GPT 5.6, GPT 5.5, Gemini 3.5 Flash, and other leading models. Instead of making you choose between them, Enter Pro intelligently selects the best model for each task behind the scenes. And it's not just generating a nice looking web page, it can build the front-end, back-end, database, user logins, and payment system, so you end up with a complete app that's ready to deploy. I've added the Enter Pro link in the description. When you register through it, you'll also get 200 free credits to start building. Once you sign in, you'll land on a page like this. This is where you describe the app you want to build, but you have 2 ways to start. First, you can browse the templates and ready-made components. If you find something close to your idea, click Remix, customize it, and build from there. But if you want to build a unique, custom product from scratch, you want option 2, building with a prompt. Before we write anything, make sure you turn on plan mode. This lets Enter Pro understand and organize the entire app before it starts building. Now, the prompt matters. Lazy generic prompts get lazy generic results. If you write make a gym app, the AI is going to spit out a boring generic template. To get something that looks and functions like a real premium product, your prompt needs to be highly detailed and specific. You can use AI to improve your prompt, but start with your own idea first. AI should sharpen your thinking, not replace it. Here's what I included in mine. The app is called FitDesk Studio, with the tagline, "Train smarter, perform better." I chose a premium fitness theme with dark charcoal sections, off-white backgrounds, white cards, and bright green accents. Then I described the landing page: a cinematic gym hero, call to action buttons, live studio statistics, a motivation video, features, testimonials, pricing, and 3 separate portals. Members can book classes, connect with coaches, track their progress, manage payments, and access their workouts. Coaches can manage clients, schedules, attendance, session requests, and messages, and admins can control the entire studio, including members, coaches, classes, subscriptions, revenue, analytics, and settings. I also added a 14-day free trial, a $29 Pro plan, and a $59 Studio Plus plan. Finally, I asked for authentication, Stripe payments, a working database, realistic demo data, and full mobile responsiveness. You'll find this exact prompt in the description. Now click Generate. So watch this. EnterPro isn't just writing code blindly. It first maps out the entire app, including the database, authentication, payments, pages, and how everything connects. That's the power of plan mode. It understands the full product before building it. Review the plan, adjust anything that looks wrong, and once everything makes sense, click Build Now. Because our app needs user accounts, a database, AI features, and multiple languages, Enter will ask us to enable those services. Connect or create a cloud instance, enable each feature it requests, and once that's done, Enter Pro starts building the full workable app. The build takes a little time because Enter is creating the pages, database, and features, but trust me, it's worth the wait. And here it is. FitDesk Studio is now built. This is not a concept anymore. This is a working web application. Let me show you every single feature functioning in real time. Honestly, this is wild. Look at the screen. The UI is incredibly clean. Sleek dark mode, green accents. It looks like a real premium SaaS. But the most impressive part isn't the design, it's the structure. Even the header is doing its job. Portals, pricing, sign in. 3 words and it already tells you exactly what this app is about. Then these numbers, members, coaches, classes, rating. This is what makes a total stranger trust you in 3 seconds before they've read a single line. Then we have this scrolling ticker and right below it, a dedicated video section. Most people skip stuff like this when they build with no code, but little details like this are what make it feel like an actual business, not some template someone copied. Under the video, we have even more stats, like weekly classes and satisfaction rates. But the real kicker is the backend logic. The AI literally created 3 separate connected portals. A member wants to book classes, a coach wants to manage their schedule, an admin wants to see revenue. 3 completely different problems solved in one single place. Scroll down and the features aren't just a random list either. Scheduling for members, roster and booking tools for coaches, AI insights for admins. Every single feature maps back to one of those 3 people. It even generated matching testimonials for all 3 of our target users to make the social proof feel incredibly natural. And look at the pricing tiers. It automatically structured a classic SaaS funnel, a free trial hook, a $29 main offer, and a $59 upsell. It even visually highlighted the middle tier to drive conversions. That is high-level product design. Normally, you'd spend endless hours coding something like this from scratch. We just did it in minutes, but a pretty landing page means nothing if the software itself is broken. So we are going to test every single portal starting with the members. When I click as a member, it doesn't redirect to some blank template. It actually triggers a real functional authentication flow. From here, I'm going to quickly sign up with my email, set my fitness goal, and hit create account. Instantly, we get this clean confirmation screen showing that our account is ready. Let's hit enter dashboard and just like that, we're in. This is a fully built member dashboard. Honestly, it looks cleaner than some of the gym software I've seen in real life. Since this is a brand new account, all our activity is still at 0, but the dashboard isn't empty. We already have available classes, a calendar, custom food recommendations, and separate areas for bookings and private sessions. Instead of clicking around and pretending everything works, let's create some real activity. I'm going to click the green Browse Classes button, choose a session, and book it. From here, members can explore every available class. Each card shows the important details right away: the coach, session length, price, and how many people have already booked. They can also filter the results by workout type or view their scheduled classes. Let's say I want this one, postural correction. When I click it, we get the full class page. Look at the layout here. We've got an intro video, a full class description, pricing per session, and member reviews at the bottom. People can actually read what others thought before booking. So before someone commits, they've got everything they need to decide without ever contacting the studio. But the best part is the coach profile. Click it and you get their bio, their photo, the option to book a private session, message them directly, and browse every other class they teach. The depth here is honestly a lot. Now let's go back and book the postural correction class. A confirmation window appears with the class date and time so we can check everything before booking. It all looks correct, so I'll click confirm booking. When I open my bookings, the exact session we selected is already scheduled here. So the booking wasn't just a visual pop-up. The app actually saved it to the account. And look at the dashboard now. It has automatically updated with today's class, the starting time, and the new appointment. Members can also choose a coach and book a private one-on-one session directly from the app. The health profile works like a personal wellness tracker. Members can log how many glasses of water they've had, the calories they've eaten, and how many hours they slept. Every time they add something, the daily totals update automatically, so they can quickly see what they've completed and what still needs attention. They can also track body measurements, change their fitness goals, and save important health notes, such as injuries or medical conditions, so their coach understands what they're working with. If they have a question, they don't need WhatsApp or another app. They can message their coach directly from here and keep the entire conversation connected to their account. And finally, members can view, renew, or upgrade their monthly plan without contacting the studio, so that's the complete member experience. But FitDesk isn't built only for members. Coaches have their own side of the platform too. I've already created a coach account for Sarah Mitchell, one of the coaches listed on FitDesk. Let's log in as her and see how EnterPro set everything up for coaches. And now we're inside Sarah's coach dashboard. This site is built around her schedule, private sessions, and messages. When we open her profile, she can update her photo, bio, specialties, and availability, while also viewing her rating and upcoming classes. Inside My Schedule, Sarah gets a clear view of her entire week. Everything is organized in one calendar, and she can open any class to see which members are attending. The private sessions page keeps everything organized by status. Sarah can see which requests are pending, confirmed, or already completed. Members can include a note explaining what they want help with, and Sarah can accept or decline each request directly from here. Once accepted, the session is added to her schedule. And inside Messages, she can speak directly with members without switching to another app. So that's the coach side, one place to manage her schedule, private sessions, profile, and member conversations. Now let's switch to the admin side. This is where the studio owner gets the full picture of the business. The dashboard brings revenue, bookings, active members, and new signups into one place. It also flags memberships that are about to expire so the studio can follow up before losing a customer. And lower down, the charts show how revenue and class demand are changing over time. But this is probably my favorite part. Instead of digging through all that data manually, the admin can ask FitDesk AI a simple question. For example, which coach had the most bookings last month? It finds the answer and turns it into a clear chart. You can also ask about members who may cancel, revenue performance, or which classes are worth keeping. Inside classes, the admin can manage every program from one screen. They can add a new class, update an existing one, assign a coach, or remove anything the studio no longer offers. And the calendar turns everything into one weekly schedule, making it much easier to see how every class fits together across the studio. The bookings page keeps every class reservation in one searchable list. The admin can quickly find a member, check which class they booked, and confirm the current status. The members page works like a simple customer database. It shows who's active, which plan they're using, and when they last visited. The admin can open any profile or contact the member directly from here. Messages also gives the admin a wider view of studio communication. They can monitor conversations between members and coaches, while also replying to anyone who contacts the studio directly. Then we have orders and revenue. This brings every payment into one place, including memberships, drop-ins, private sessions, pending payments, and refunds. So the owner always knows where the money is coming from. And finally, studio settings. This is where the owner can update the studio information, opening hours, cancellation policy, and the announcement shown to members. Honestly, I'm kind of speechless. We started with a simple problem, wrote one detailed prompt, and EnterPro turned it into an actual SaaS MVP with member, coach, and admin portals. Is it perfect? Of course not, but that's not the goal of version 1. The goal is to build something you can click through, test with real users, and improve based on what they actually need. And whenever something needs changing, you just explain it to EnterPro in plain English, let it update the app, and keep building from there. And just like that, EnterPro added the offer banner to the homepage and matched it with the existing design. And if it's just a visual change, you don't even need another prompt. In preview mode, click the cursor tool, select anything on the page, and edit it until it looks exactly how you want. This menu is where we take the app from looks real to actually functions. First, enter cloud. I already had this turned on, which is exactly why our bookings from earlier actually saved and showed up on both sides. This is what gives the app its real backend: database, user authentication, file storage, server functions. Without it, none of what we just tested would have worked. No accounts, no bookings, nothing. Next, analytics. Once this is on, it starts tracking data from the very first visitor: page views, sessions, traffic sources, countries, devices. So from day one, we already know who's showing up and where they're coming from. Now let's turn on AI. I checked the model library, and it's not some limited option. GPT, Claude, Gemini, all available, which means we could let our own customers use these models inside the app. For FitDesk, that's things like AI-generated meal plans, workout plans, even business insights for the studio owner. And last, internationalization. This adds different languages to the app. Enter handles the translations and builds the language switcher automatically. So this app isn't locked to one country or one language from day one. Now that everything's set up, let's hit publish. Before we go live, let's jump into settings, because this is where you can connect your own custom domain. Instead of some random generated link, you type in your actual domain, the one you already own or just bought, and connect it here. Now, let's publish it. And that's it. FitDesk is officially live. But don't launch your app and immediately start sending people to it. Test it properly first. Create an account, book a class, send a message, and go through every important workflow as a member, coach, and admin. Then give it to someone who has never seen it before. Don't explain how anything works, just watch them use it. Every place they hesitate or get confused is something you should improve. When a new user can open your app and understand it without your help, you're much closer to being ready for real customers. Now the app is live. But honestly, this is where most tutorials just end, and that always annoyed me, because building it was the easy part. Nobody's gonna randomly find your app and start using it. You gotta go get them. So let me show you two ways. One costs nothing but time, the other costs actual money. First one, just talk about it online. YouTube's honestly the best for this, not gonna lie to you. Look at basically any SaaS founder you know, they all have a channel where they just show what they built. That's literally it. You don't need to be a pro, you don't need fancy editing. Just show your screen, talk about what you made, why you made it. Some people will actually watch it and go try your app. It's that simple. Post the same thing on X, throw it on TikTok, drop it in relevant subreddits, free reach if you're willing to show up. But if I'm being real with you, this second method is the one I'd actually spend my time on. Go find real people who'd use your app. For this app, that's personal trainers. Search them on Google Maps, click into their profile, find their Instagram. Hey Sarah, I noticed you offer private coaching. I'm testing a platform that keeps your clients, bookings, workouts, and payments in one place. Would you be open to a quick demo? That's the whole message. And notice, I didn't mention AI. I didn't mention SaaS. I didn't try to sound impressive. Nobody cares that you built something cool. They care about their own headache going away. Sell the time it saves them, not the software. Now, the paid side, once a few real people are actually using it and you know it works, that's when ads make sense. Instagram and Meta ads especially, because you can target it right down to gym owners and coaches in your area. That's step two though. Don't spend $1 on ads before real people have told you it's worth using. So that's the full journey. Now I'm curious, if I decided to sell FitDesk today, how much do you think it would be worth? Let me know in the comments. And this is why SaaS can be so powerful. If after months of consistent work, FitDesk reached 1,000 paying users, even the lowest $29 plan would generate $29,000 every month. Of course, that wouldn't happen overnight, but now we have a real product and a clear path to grow it. But honestly, I think the biggest takeaway from this video isn't the number. It's that building software isn't only for developers anymore. If you have an idea that solves a real problem, don't let it stay an idea. Build the first version, learn from real users, and keep improving it. If you'd like to follow the same process I used throughout this video, you can check out Enter Pro using the link in the description. You'll also get 200 free credits when you register through the link below. Anyway, I hope you got some value from this. If you did, like the video, subscribe if you're new here. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one.